Colts. Number one, if you think scheme doesn't matter in the NFL, you're completely out of your mind. You're nuts. You're absolutely out of your mind. Stonewalling defensive players makes defensive players so frustrated. Max protect, and even when they max protected, they still got Hilton deep, which was tremendous. I mean, tremendous. There was literally nothing that they could do, nothing that Houston could do as long as they were not going to scheme. And I swear to God, everybody in this town ought to collectively put money together and pay for Romeo Crennel to stay there as the defensive coordinator. Like, it's just the way certain things are. Like, Charlie Coles was a great coach. He was really a good coach. But against us, I wanted him there all the time because he didn't switch on defense, didn't make things hard late in my year. And even when we were playing with football players, we beat them. There are just certain guys that, for whatever the reason, match up poorly against you. There just are. And Romeo Crennel and that defense just absolutely doesn't get it done. I thought the defense, Fresh Face said this, played with violence. You know, we were talking, Kyle and I, off air. When Darius Leonard tackles you, he tries to strip you, but he doesn't lose you. You know what I mean by that? Like, a lot of guys come in and they try to strip you, but because they're trying to strip you, they lose you, meaning they don't make the tackle. And you know what? Darius Leonard, I bet you Darius Leonard has the strongest hand you're ever going to see. Because I'm telling you, when my man gets a hand on things, when you get grabbed by Darius Leonard, you are grabbed. Like, there's no joke here. We're not messing around here. You're not going to get through Darius Leonard because he tries to strip you and, you're stronger than him. No. No, ain't happening. That's a bad boy. And I'll tell you something else. I'm not mad at that offensive line. I think the offensive line battled. I think the offensive line played out. But the offensive line, because of schematically getting the ball out of Luck's hands, quick rhythm. In fact, quick rhythm to the point where a few times, one was huge, they caught guys on the run. Ebron on the run. Fantastic. How about backed up a little bit, 10-point lead, 3rd and 10, a little screen where Luck had to throw it under an extended arm or pump fake it to get it under an extended arm. Got the ball, too. I believe it was my guy Chester Rogers on the run. Thanks, Mike. We are now on YouTube. If you want to go to youtube.com and check us out, we are on YouTube. On the run, he got him. Awesome. I mean, rollouts. I mean, I know I don't know anything about football, and the other shows do, but I'm just telling you. I've been saying this ever since I told you that Luck was hanging on to the ball too long. 2 years ago when they played in England, they stopped that. They got the ball out of his hands. They rolled him out once for a huge first down where he hit Ryan Grant on his knees. Huge first down. Humongous first down. But they didn't do it in the pocket, having everybody go deep. They did it by, hey, look, we're going to roll him out. We're going to have a plan. Scheme matters, people. Quick drops, rollouts. How about the double move by Pascal? Woo! That was sexy. That was sexy. I'm telling you, the corners, the defensive backs. All right, I'm going to say this to you, and you're not going to understand it. And I should leave this for others, but they won't get it. Romeo Crennel looks like a front seven coach. Period. I'm sorry. When you're a big slob, you look like a front seven coach. And I guarantee you Romeo Crennel is a front seven coach. Remember Big Fat Wolfork? I guarantee you Vince Wilfork will tell you Romeo Crennel is my favorite coach I ever had. Because Romeo Crennel is a big fat slob, looks like a front seven coach. They don't have a great backfield coach. They have no backfield scheme. You can see it by everybody being left one-on-one. How do you leave 20 Joseph, who cannot guard T.Y. Hilton today, tomorrow, the next day? In fact, he cannot guard him to the point where Rick Venturi on my show, John's show, and Mike's show said the same thing on all of our shows. It's a great matchup for T.Y. Hilton. So then all of a sudden, you cannot be surprised when T.Y. Hilton goes and whoops you. And if you weren't proactive, like, quite frankly, the Patriots are on T.Y. Hilton, if you keep doing the same things, which, quite frankly, Romeo Crennel does every stinking time with T.Y. Hilton, he's going to kill you, which, quite frankly, he does every stinking time. Every time T.Y. Hilton kills him. It's unbelievable. And Romeo Crennel sits there with his big fat ass and a nice guy, everybody says, with his glasses down low, looking like everybody's grandfather, which is fine, but he has no idea what he's doing with the secondary. None. Zero. And then you got Clowney jumping off sides. Can you imagine if you're that dumb, how dumb you are on a normal basis? Like, I get it, Clowney's talented, but if you're that dumb, like in basketball, we used to call, we can beat you with a shot fake. We can beat you with a shot fake. Just saying. I don't know, Josh Clark, with the rest of the schedule, do you think it's the hardest game we had? Or do you think the Cowboys and Cooper will be a problem? I think they'll be a problem. But I think Rick Venturi sounds pretty confident about it. I had a chance to talk to him. And Rick thinks it's a pretty good matchup. So I'm in on that. But honest to God, I mean, have a little self-respect, Romeo. No defensive backfield. No defensive backfield scheme. Never adjusted to anything. The double move, think about the double move. Was there a safety anywhere over there? I don't think so. I don't think so. In fact, I know not. All I'm saying to you is, man, that was a schematic game. That was a absolute crazy schematic game. Dan, say something without insulting, can you? No, I cannot. No, people must be destroyed. That's what we do here. They must be crushed. No. I'm just telling you the way. Hey, look, I'm paid here to give you insight that others can't give you, and I'm telling you right now, Romeo Crennel is a front seven coach. He is not a backfield coach. Hey, Dan, seeing you live on YouTube is strange. Seeing Radio Guy's face is just wrong. Stop it. Stop. Stop. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous face. It is a gorgeous face. Join us, though, on YouTube.com. Telling you. Anyway, let me go to my notes here. Adam Vinatieri, big field goal. Makes it a two-possession game, right? Because they got the ball to start with. I loved what the announcer said. Who the hell was the announcer? Who did the announce? It was Albert and Gannon. Yeah, Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon said that playing Webb makes it easy for the Colts. He's a guy you don't have to double. He's a guy you're not really worried about. You know, the quarterback is more worried about playing Joe Webb because he doesn't know if Joe Webb will run the right route. So as a quarterback, you're worried about that, right? As a quarterback, you're like, oh, man. As a quarterback, you don't trust. And I'm telling you, every single thing in sports is about trust. Who plays? Who do I trust? Who do I throw it to? Who do I trust? Who do I throw it late? More who do I trust? That's just the way it works. Good, bad, happy, or sad. Just the way it works. If I don't trust, how are you going to trust a quarterback running routes? Well, he's practiced. Good for him. But I've tried to educate you. Man, practice. You show up for a game and the game is different on game day. The field is different. The stands are, everything is different. And if Joe Webb could be a threat, it was a great advantage for the Colts. But you know what? It was a great advantage for the freaking Texans that our guy Doyle didn't play. Jack Doyle didn't play. That's a great advantage for the Texans. Inman didn't play. I want to hear it. It's a hell of a win for the Colts, but understand, the team you have today is not the team you had yesterday, and it won't be the team you have tomorrow, and it is mostly true in the NFL and in college. Yes, Rick, I know Romeo Langford does not play defense. He can't guard me or he won't guard me, one of the two. But Indiana is rolling, and I'm cool with it. Teams in the league will figure out to beat Indiana, you go at Romeo Langford. I get it. I do. Hey, Dan, the one positive is the amount of sacks their offensive line has given up. I think it was close to more than 40. I feel like Leonard will have a day with their offensive line talking about the Cowboys. Do you remember when the Cowboys were considered the best line in the NFL? I'm not sure that's true anymore. Some big plays. I'm telling you. Huge play. 3rd and 5. 7-7 game. 6 minutes to go. First half. This guy Lamb, procedure. 3rd and 13. They give up the ball. Pin the Colts back. Running catch. 13 yards to Ebron. Up tempo. 23 yards to Ebron. 13 yards to Pascal. Rolling. Touchdown. Stop. Ball back. Field goal. Ugh. Huge. Huge at the end of the half. I'm telling you, it's huge. It's huge. It's like my head. Size 8. Huge. Humongy. Humongi. Humongous. Jeff A.A., you need to let that go, bro. Need to let that go. I've let it go. I've let the narrative on Andrew Luck go because finally he's doing what he should have been doing when he was a bad quarterback. Now he's getting the ball out. Now he's getting away. He made one bad decision. So what? I made a bad decision this morning. What are you going to do? We all make bad decisions. Jordan, what do you got?
Hey, man. First of all, I want to say big fan of the show.
Thank you.
I love listening to you every single day.
Thank you.
I just heard your comment about, Luck and when he was a bad quarterback. I've always felt very confident in Andrew Luck. And yesterday, I mean, I wish they could take, an interception off the quarterback stat. You watched the game. You seen the ball go right through Pascal's hands.
Oh, yeah.
Get intercepted. And, man, I feel like we got a good team, and I feel like we can beat Dallas, and we got a lot of things rolling our way. I think that loss to Jacksonville, I think that was a real smack in the mouth. It was a real eye opener, and I feel really good about what we got moving forward.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. That's a pep talk. We're good. Here's the deal. Kenny Moore playing hard. Defense playing great. I've told you, Anthony Walker, I love him. Darius Leonard, love him. Love him. But there's nothing we got going. Whatever was going yesterday stops today, and you got to re-up for it for Sunday. There is no we got a great thing going. This is from Pat Graham. Sad day. Big E was the absolute best. Had no ego, no agenda. Just did his job. Like most, he took a lot in his IU days, but it rolled off his back. Good a teammate, player that I ever had the privilege of playing with. R.I.P. Big E. There you go. Pat Graham, good dude. Really good dude. Hey, Dan, one of the most surprising aspects of Romeo's game to me has been how good of an on-ball willing defender he has been. Jeff, are you on weed? Are you on the crack? Romeo Langford hasn't guarded me. Romeo Langford has no interest in guarding. What is wrong? I can't deal with people just try to troll me. Jeff Stahl, you're not that dumb. James, what do you got?
Hey, Dano, how are you, brother?
Good.
I got a question. I haven't got to watch IU in the last 2 years except for Saturday with my good friend. And after the game, we both looked at each other and said, hey, well, there's something missing. I know basketball's changed. I don't know Charlie Miller's scheme or what he's trying to do, but we looked at each other and said, man, there's something missing. Where's the post play? I mean, like the post up. is there something missing, Dan, that we're not seeing? Can you just educate
Dude,
me?
they're like 9-2.
Well, I understand that, but is it that type of play that's what we're going to see in the future with them? I don't know. I'm just saying it seems like we don't really have a big man to post to.
You got the best post guy. You got the best post guy in the Big Ten, Juwan Morgan.
Okay. Well, I mean, I
appreciate it.
curious.
Thank you very much. I don't have time for the end of the period, and then we move on. I get what you're doing. I know Southern Indiana guy. I just don't know. I think that I don't have time for that. We ended the period on this show. My God, they just won by 1,000,000. Well, they won by 1, but they just beat Louisville. They just won 2 on the road. I don't know. Was there something? I mean, okay, Dan, well, that's fine. Well, do you know how many Southern Indiana guys I've talked to like that? And that conversation right there, if I did not cut it off, Kyle, would have gone on for 10 more minutes with him saying, I just don't know. If you say so, I just don't, I don't know. I just, well, Dan, you really think I just don't? That would have gone on for 10 more minutes. You are welcome, Indiana. You are very, very welcome. The Big E is going to be missed, man. When men were men. He turned down all of the crap that Lou Henson was throwing him, man. He turned down all of the crap. Like all of it. Steve, you want to talk about my head?
Yeah, this is Steve, your friend from Hilton Head. I heard you talking about Bodasia's head. You're cracking me up.
Size 8, baby. It's a Serbian thing. People wouldn't understand. It's on YouTube. There you go. All right. Okay. All right.
Great show.
Thank you. Okay. There you go. Jeez, I got a big head. I do. I'm looking at it. Hey, Dan, the best post player in the Big Ten is Ethan Happ. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. Maybe. Hey, Dan, could one argue that the Colts free agent signings of Autry and Ebron are 2 of the best free agent signings in recent history? I think so. I do. I think absolutely so. I think there's no question that you could say that the signing of those 2 guys has been as important as anything, and their play has been tremendous. Like, hey, Autry has been incredible. Autry's been off the chain, yo. And Ebron, what do you want? He just broke Dallas Clark's record. He just broke a record of a guy that everybody around here says, is pretty good. It's a hell of a thing. And you can't just say it's the draft picks, because what a difference in signing Gore, who was useless here. Let's just be honest. He has a great career, but he was useless here. There was no leadership in the locker room, and he was supposed to be a leader. The fanboys around here I get it, but he was useless. And Andre Johnson was really useless. Now, who's a better pickup? Let me ask you. Pascal or Andre Johnson? Right? I mean, who's a better pickup? I mean, you would never think that Pascal would be a better pickup than Andre Johnson, but he is. Like when Andre Johnson, remember? I mean, Pascal's a hell of a player. Pascal can ball. I mean, I don't know if he, you guys get into this media stuff. Here, Devin, Dan, what are your thoughts on people saying T.Y. Hilton isn't a number 1 receiver? I don't know. He looked pretty damn good to me as I just picked the hell out of my nose right there on TV. I forgot we're on TV, and I had an itch right inside. I mean, I went hard at it. If you're on YouTube, you got a chance to see that one. Screenshot that one and put it as a meme. Yeah, the whole deal with number 1 receiver, who decides that? The only person I'm interested in deciding who a number 1 or number 2 receiver is Ballard and Reich. I don't care whether media guy says he's I don't know. T.Y. Hilton looked like a damn good number 1 to me yesterday. And if that's not number 1, I'll take whatever number he is. I thought he looked damn good. I did. I thought he looked great. We got to get into what are the Colts' chances to make the playoffs. We got to get into that here. Interesting stuff coming up. Dolphins win, don't care. You're going to have to win anyway, and you have to tie break with the Dolphins. Wish they'd have lost. They won. Patriots got them. Fine. Ravens losing had to happen. Had to happen, the Ravens losing. I'll get into it when we come back. There was a sneaky good loss for the Colts yesterday. Tell you who that is when we come back.
Kevin Bowen delivers the latest news on the Colts and Pacers with Grady and Big Joe, Dan Dockich, and JMV. Listen every week to Kevin's Corner, brought to you by Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Look at that guy. Who is he? Don't know. Would like to.
When you've got Hims, you've got confidence. No more worries about your performance, because Hims helps you connect with doctors online and makes it easy to get a prescription for a medication that treats ED. The same active ingredient as that little blue pill.
I don't know. There's something about him.
Hims can ship your prescription right to your door at affordable prices. And right now, when you go to 4hims.com/deals, you can get a consult with a real doctor who can prescribe you a month's supply for just $5. With Hims, you can have access to the treatment you need and all the confidence in the world.
Is this seat taken?
Take it.
Stop worrying about ED. And now get a month's supply for just $5 through Hims. To learn more about getting your first order for $5, go to 4hims.com/deals. That's 4hims.com/deals. 4hims.com/DEALS.
At the corner of Main and Monon, above Carmel's only high-end steakhouse, sits a bar that's so relaxing and scenic you wish it was just your little secret. The atmosphere is inviting, the environment controlled both inside and out, and the chef-prepared shareables are just as exciting and fresh as the wonderful tasting cocktail that breathes a uniqueness one can only call innovative. Welcome to 3 Up, above Anthony's Chop House, with rooftop views of Carmel, including the growing wall, the perfect selfie spot, easy parking, and weekly entertainment. 3 Up, Main and Monon, Carmel.
Hey, it's Dan Dockich here for Leon Taylor & Company. Leon Taylor & Company, 809 North Delaware. If you're still searching for that last special Christmas gift, let me make it easy. Visit Leon Taylor & Company today. I was just there the other day. I took pictures of the women's apparel. I took pictures of the men's apparel. I'm probably going to put them out on Twitter. All right, here's what you do. Larry, Norman, Kim, and Judy will make buying easier for 3 reasons. 1, tell them what you need, who you need to buy for, and they will find you the perfect item. Let them do the work, and you will not be disappointed. 2, they have gift certificates. Gift certificates so your wife, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, daughter, brothers, aunt, cousin, whatever, whoever you want to buy for can get what they want. And 3, you can't take the time to stop by. Pick up the phone. Order a gift certificate in your loved one's name. Give them a shopping experience on you, which is exactly what it is. Did I tell you how easy it'll be? Trust me. Just do it. Visit Leon Taylor & Company, 809 North Delaware. I swear to God, it'll be a great experience. Tell them I sent you. Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning. Robert Kirby says the dependability of American Standard products is not by accident.
American Standard, they're doing more research and development. They have it tested in the field. So when it comes out, there's just not very many problems. I mean, we get a new product line on a new furnace, and it's just very reliable.
And Kirby is very reliable at 317-892-3614. Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning is your trusted local independent American Standard dealer.
I love my job at Geico.
Ryan from Noblesville.
I wasn't planning on staying with Geico for 12 years. Just needed something to pay the bills.
His story is common. With hard work, Ryan turned a job at Geico into a tremendous career. After numerous promotions, he's moved from entry-level to a high-level supervisor in the claims department.
I don't know if any other company would have given me the same opportunity or promoted from within like Geico does.
Apply online at geico.jobs/Indy. Geico. Careers unexpected.
Hey, it's JMV for PAI. WeGrowHairIndy.com. So I've been through it, right? The multi-unit hair grafting process, the PRP, platelet-rich plasma, by the way, uses my own stem cells to help keep my non-transplanted hair. It is awesome, too. So if you want your real growing hair again, here's what you do. Contact Darren Andrews and get that free private evaluation. 888-724-5129. That's 888-724-5129. Or WeGrowHairIndy.com. Do it today.
With this job, having 2 hands won't cut it, which is why I thank the stars I have a third. Grainger. When my 2 hands are full, I fully rely on Grainger. They're America's #1 source for industrial-grade supplies. So, whether I'm fixing a furnace or fastening a faucet, Grainger hands me what I need when I need it, which makes me a pretty lucky guy. Because when it comes to needing an extra hand, Granger's got your back. Call or click Granger.com to see for yourself. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
On cold, snowy days, you just want to stay in the comfort of your home until your furnace breaks. Hi, I'm Corey Kreitzberger, General Manager at 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. For same-day repairs that will keep you warm and cozy, trust the highly trained technicians at 1 Hour. Call 855-1-HOUR today and get $51 off any repair. That's 855-1-HOUR.
Your comfort is just a call away. Call 1 Hour.
Terms and conditions may apply. License 8001-0668.
Dell Small Business Advisors can help you maximize this year's budget and find the right business PC with 8th Gen Intel Core processors. Call 877-BUY-DELL. That's 877-BUY-DELL.
Looking for Colts tickets? Join JMB every Friday at a bar near you for Bud Light Blue Friday. Come meet JMB and it's your chance to win Colts tickets each and every week.
Rose end zone looking for
somehow,
a man. He's got it. Touchdown.
Some way.
We got offsides on the Texans.
The Colts are in the playoff hunt. Andrew Luck and the boys are ready to complete the Texas two-step when the Dallas Cowboys come a-calling this Sunday.
And the Colts are going to win the football game.
The day starts on the ride to kickoff with JMP. Continues with the pregame. Rolls into the countdown to kickoff. And then the Colts hosting the Cowboys beginning at 1. It's winning time on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. The radio home of the Indianapolis Colts. Dan Dakich, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Watson backs up to throw. The Colts coming with pressure. He will go down. Another sack for the Colts. It's Darius Leonard, the maniac. His 7th sack of the season. A big one on Deshaun Watson. It's going to be 2nd down and long.
Yeah! I love when the Colts win. I do. I love when the Colts win. I do. I'm sorry. You don't? I do. I like it a lot. I just put out that a quarter ton is 250 pounds. That's not a quarter ton. My math is bad. I better get that off Twitter before somebody screenshots it, and then I look like an idiot because that's really important. I did. I put a quarter ton. Anyway, I love what the Colts were able to do. I love the fact that the Colts did not mess around. I love the fact that their offense didn't look great, but that defense is badass, man. Then the offense got looking great, and the world was, well, quite frankly, a happier place. When Andrew Luck is throwing the ball down the field and receivers are catching it, the world is a happier place. All right, hey, Dave, you're going to talk about something that I want to talk about. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dan, first of all, great show.
Thank you.
And I agree with you. The Baltimore loss was great. However, the more important loss yesterday was the Steelers losing, because that puts them at 7-5-1. They got to go to New England and then play the Saints. I don't think they're going to be favored in either one of those games. They very well could end the season 8-7-1, which means the Colts at 9-7 could get in, and we could still lose a game in the next 3.
Yeah, no, I got you. I wanted to talk about that earlier because, you know what, I did not realize that until right before the show. I was tracking hard. I was tracking hard the Baltimore game because until Mahomes just made an incredible play, they were going to get beat. But you're absolutely right. The Steelers if you're going to lose to Oakland, you can lose to anybody now because you're not playing well. And your team's a bit of a mess, apparently. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, we just got to take care of business. I think we're in. It may not be over Baltimore. It may be over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I thank you for that point. Thanks. Colts schedule, not easy. You know, everybody in the media, but people want to talk about the greatness of certain players. And what they don't understand is the greatness of certain players gets undone when and if they become detriments to their team. So folks around, the country are talking about, well, we got Odell Beckham Jr. this, Odell Beckham Jr. that. I don't know. Did anybody even pay attention to what happened at all? What's happened with the Giants when Odell Beckham didn't play last week? They dropped 40. They were up 1,000. The game was over before it ever started. I mean, there was a great day of football yesterday, but one of the best things, other than the Colts winning and the miracle down in Miami, one of the absolute best things was the New York Giants beating the absolute hell out of the Redskins 40-16 without Odell Beckham. I get tired of divas being glorified. I'm sorry, I do. Makes me a bad guy, I suppose. I don't know. But I just do. I get tired of divas who I know as a coach, they're pains in the ass on the sideline, but for some reason, my network and other networks glorify these guys to the point where you actually think that they're, I don't know, good for a team. That was awesome. Tell you what else was great. Tell you what else was fantastic. Bears defense is for real. And watching the game yesterday, I absolutely loved. I loved the fact that to me anyway, the Rams look cold. The Rams look like they were freezing. Like I talked to Venturi about this today. He's like, "Oh, that's real." Like the Rams looked, and particularly Jared Goff, like he no more wanted to play football, and it wasn't even that crazy cold. And oh, by the way, do this for me. The next time you say so-and-so, that would never happen to so-and-so's team. Think back to Miami yesterday. It happened against the Bill Belichick team. It happens to every coach. It happens to every single coach. Something ridiculous causing a loss. We were down 13 with 1:14 to go and took a 1-point lead. We only had 4 players because we were fouling so much. The team inbound, the kid took one dribble, hit a half-court shot to beat us. We've all had that as coaches. That's why I say if you haven't coached, you won't know, you'll never know, and you can't know, and all that other stuff. Venturi used to argue. I think Rick's on with John today, and you got to listen because he used to argue with Belichick about don't have an offensive player back there. Well, guess who was back there? Gronk. Gronk looked like, I don't know, completely lost trying to make a tackle. Had he not been out there, had a safety been out there, it would have taken the right route, and the guy coming would have made the tackle. So I don't ever want to hear, oh, that wouldn't happen to his team. No, it happens to every single coach. Everyone. Everyone. I'm just telling you. It does. If you coach long enough, we're up 28. We're the 26th team in the country, meaning we're the first team under the top 25 in 2000 receiving votes. We are playing Buffalo, who is the worst team in the world. We're up 28 at the TV timeout. We got to make 2 free throws to win the game. We're up 3, so we got to make 2 free throws to ice the game with like 10 seconds to go. Everybody's had that to them both ways. Everybody. There isn't a coach alive. We're up 8. Coach Knight at home ruined our season. It might have been the year Reed went nuts. Neil Reed, got choked or grabbed or whatever you want to talk about. But we're up 8, under a minute, at home against Minnesota and lose in regulation and don't miss a free throw. It's happened to everybody. But I'll tell you this, the thing I liked as much about yesterday, including the defense, including luck getting going, I love the fact that Frank Reich didn't allow the team to lose by pulling off the gas. I love that. I love that Frank Reich said, we're going to play this way, good, bad, happy, or sad, angry, or glad. And they did. And again, Ballard and I were texting last night. He's like, hey, man, big ups. Big ups. It's awesome. Love it. Love it. That was a great win yesterday. That was a great win. It was a great win because now, as Dave just said, it brings other teams into the fold, meaning now maybe, just maybe, I don't know, maybe we've got to root for the Ravens to pass because we don't have the tiebreak with the Ravens. All I know is this. I've said this before, and I'll say this again. when you come through hard times and it makes you stronger and you stay stronger, you have a chance. Seems like the Colts came through hard times, won 5 in a row, 4 or 5 in a row, whatever it was, lost a bad one, got tougher out of it. Now, all that is gone. You're on to the next game, and you got to see what happens. Think about what happened yesterday. T.Y. Hilton, now these records are kind of made up, but they're kind of cool. T.Y. Hilton breaks Marvin Harrison's record for 150-yard games, right? All right. Now, Eric Ebron breaks Dallas Clark's record. And, of course, here we go. Bobby Kravitz does this all the time. The Colts playoff conversation includes the Colts earlier than anyone could have expected. Not anyone. I told you. I told you there was an esprit de corps about this defense. I told you to take the over in the number of wins. Just because media guy gets it wrong again, he did the same thing when Indiana was good a few years ago. Indiana's 1 year ahead. These guys don't have any clue, and they got to make excuses. I said Jeff Brom was going to Louisville. I missed. I told you. These guys around here have all taken the this is a complete rebuild mode. And the only ones saying that, and I've texted with Ballard about it, the only ones saying that are the guys on this station, other station, print media. That's it. The Colts aren't saying that. They've never said that. Never. But everybody has a source. My source is Ballard. Ballard's like, damn, we never said that. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we were great, but I never said rebuild. I never said we only got Andrew Luck for a certain amount of time. I mean, there is no sense in a rebuild. Larry, what do you got?
Oh, some racing. I want to talk a little racing.
No, we're good. It's Colts Day. No, come on. I mean, I'd rather blow my head off than talk racing. Come on, help a brother out. Who cares about racing? You don't even care about racing when racing comes here. I mean, come on. Who cares about racing? You guys don't even like racing anymore in May. Yeah, for once, this idiot Harkin guy gets it right. Number 2 receivers don't break Marvin Harrison's records. There you go. Hey, Dan, a nice little payday for the guys that took the over yesterday. I was one of them. I took the over 6.5. I told you to take the over 6.5. Told you way back when, a lot of people were crushing me. A lot of people were killing us, people. We know. A lot of people were killing us. Don't kill us. We knew the Colts were going to be good. We read Doyle's column, how this team stinks, and we said on the show, we got an esprit de corps about us. There's no chance, none, that Doyle, any of these guys can understand it. They can't. They've never been in it. They can't get it. Hey, Dan, I thought your sources was the guy that took a dump in the stall next to you. It is. They're always right, those guys. Eric Anderson died. I'm not happy. I'm on one today. Matt English died. I'm not happy. Good guys dying way too young. We'll be back.
This weekend only, get an extra 25% off all earrings at Diamonds Direct. 3 days only, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and only at Diamonds Direct, Keystone at the Crossing.
Hi, this is Matt Taylor, radio voice of the Indianapolis Colts. We are proud to partner with the Indiana Blood Center to help raise awareness of the importance of blood donation and do our part to help boost the blood supply and give back to our community. Every 2 seconds, someone needs blood. That person could be a friend, family member, neighbor, or even you. In order to maintain a safe and healthy blood supply for patients in hospitals across the state, Indiana Blood Center needs to see 550 donors every single day. Unfortunately, when the weather gets cooler, donations usually decrease, even though the need does not. That's why the Colts are once again partnering with the Indiana Blood Center to encourage our fans to raise their sleeves and give the gift of life to those in need. I encourage you to make an appointment to donate blood at your nearest donor center or mobile blood drive. To schedule your appointment, visit versity.org/IndianaBlood. That's versiti.org/Indiana Blood. On behalf of the entire Indianapolis Colts organization, I thank you for saving lives in our communities.
Hey, this is Jeff Saturday, and I want to tell you what to do if you ever have a fire or flood or mold damage at your home or place of business. Call More Restoration Disaster Cleanup. I can tell you firsthand that their customer service and response time is second to none in Indiana. So if you ever have an unexpected fire or flood like I did, call the only Indianapolis restoration company that I used in my home. Call More Restoration or visit morerestoration.com. And hey, tell them Jeff Saturday sent you.
All right, Dan Dognich here for 2020 Institute. Go to 2020indy.com and do this for yourself. I was just telling Jimmy Cruz this. I've been telling, he asked me about my life-changing LASIK experience with 2020. It was safe, it was painless, and it worked, most importantly, right? 2020 Institute is a local company, highly experienced local surgeon, Dr. Zay. He did me, and it was fantastic. It really was. Get in for your complimentary consultation. Have your procedure before December 31st. Get $700 off and a $100 Visa gift card. Book now at 2020indy.com. It's 2020indy.com.
Chronic headaches, constant sinus infections, pain and pressure. The fatigue was overwhelming.
That's Karen. She suffered for years with chronic sinus infections. She'd go to urgent care, see her doctor.
And we would do the same thing. Steroids, antibiotics, nasal sprays.
Now, her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of Indianapolis Sinus Center called balloon sinuplasty.
Now my sinus cavities are open. You can breathe on a constant basis and not get sinus infections. I don't get headaches anymore. I don't take naps anymore. I'm like, oh, this is miraculous.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure? Is it difficult to breathe through your nose? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with the Indianapolis Sinus Center. Call 317-528-9650. 317-528-9650. That's 317-528-9650.
Royal Penn Entertainment is a great place to upgrade your office holiday party this year. Get a great tasting food buffet with several delicious menu options including pizza, barbecue, and the tailgate. Unlimited soft drinks, games of bowling, and shoes, all for as low as $25 per person. Become the office hero by scoring bowling, food, and fun for your entire team. Upgrade your fun by adding drinks from our wonderful selection of adult beverages, craft beer, laser tag, or games from our arcade. With 4 convenient locations around the Indianapolis area, Royal Penn Entertainment is ready to host your group and help make your year-end festivities memorable. Email events@royalpenn.com or visit royalpenn.com to book your group's party today.
Set 'em up, knock 'em down, send them flying, spinning round.
Royal Penn Bowling, bowling.
Royal Penn Bowling.
If you love football, yelling at television screens with friends, and wearing clothing with someone else's name on it, there's a seat waiting for you at Buffalo Wild Wings, where you can enjoy football food and football beverages on our new $5 game day menu. Cheeseburger and fries, brats, cocktails, and pitchers of beer are just $5 each. Escape to football and the new $5 game day menu at Buffalo Wild Wings. Price and participation vary by location. Not valid with any other offer. Please drink responsibly.
It's time for you to experience Butler basketball at Hinkle Fieldhouse. Make Hinkle your second home this season with a special holiday 4-pack that includes games against Villanova and rival Xavier. Visit butlersports.com/buy tickets to get the best seats for upcoming games on December 18th and 21st and the competitive Big East schedule in January and February. Again, visit butlersports.com/buy tickets or stop by the Hinkle ticket office weekdays from 10 to 4. The Butler Bulldogs, your hometown team playing on a national stage.
Chad and Tyler Peterman. It's that time of year when drains get clogged, but no worry. Peterman Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing will get it moving again.
Got a clogged drain in your home? Peterman will unclog that drain for just $83.
That's $83 to unclog any drain.
You don't pay a cent until the drain is clear.
And we'll keep that drain clear with a 1-year guarantee.
Call 859-4270. Call Peterman for heating, cooling, and plumbing. Peterman's the way to go.
This weekend only, get an extra 25% off all earrings at Diamonds Direct. 3 days only, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and only at Diamonds Direct, Keystone at the Crossing.
It's the morning after featuring Jeff Saturday.
Everything you need to know about the Colts game the day before. Only on FM 107.5 at 1070 The Fan. Dan Dakich, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 at 1070 The Fan.
First drive of the third quarter for Indianapolis. Luck on first down. Throws end zone looking for a man. He's got it. Touchdown, Zach Pascal. Pascal from 17 yards away. And the Colts now lead 23-14. And the Colts answer with a touchdown. 3:51 to go, third quarter.
Zach Pascal has been a hell of a pickup, man. And you got to credit Andrew Luck with making him better. Early in the year, I was complaining that Luck wasn't making anybody better. Wrong. Luck has now, for whatever the reason, made most guys better. Maybe the coach, I don't know. But all I know is guys, for the most part, are catching balls. Guys, for the most part, are improving. Guys, for the most part, are, I don't know, they positioned this team with that win yesterday. And as we just spoke a little bit earlier, and the Steelers losing and the Ravens losing, positioned this team in a pretty nice little spot. I mean, I'm not saying it's a great spot. I'm not saying it's where you exactly want to be, and you can certainly point back to a variety of things. But if you look at it, look, if you're not going to win games, then the Dolphins, I don't believe in them. You have the tie break with the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins ultimately, even though they had a great win, I don't think ultimately they're going to be a team that to reckon with here. Doesn't mean I'm right, because they don't have a difficult schedule. They got to go to the Vikings. They have to lose that one because they've got the Jags at home and the Bills on the road. So 2 of the next 3 are on the road, which in the NFL ain't easy. So that's not, but you have the tie break. Colts schedule is hard. Like, let's be honest. Odell Beckham, if he doesn't play, then I like the Giants a lot better. The Ravens, this is why they had to lose yesterday. The Ravens had to lose, and we toast Patrick Mahomes for being freaking unbelievable. Unfreaking believable, that guy. They've got the Buccaneers, who had a good win yesterday, at the Chargers, and then the Browns, who also had a good win yesterday. So all of a sudden, that schedule looks a little more difficult, but it also looks like they could overtake the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers do not have the easiest of schedules. The Pittsburgh Steelers are one of those teams that, because of their popularity, they get to play a later season game in Foxborough. Now, all right, let's talk about that. Other than the fact that the Colts really have a hard time with them, are the Patriots great? Like right now. I'm not talking about in the past. I'm not talking about what they might do in the future. But are the Patriots great? They're 9-4. They just lost to Miami. However you want to say they lost to Miami, they did. They played pretty well against the Jets after losing bad to the Titans. They played well against the Vikings. But the Steelers must go there. See, the Steelers have to go. And that is a game that we all need to see the Patriots win. Don't be that dummy that shows up at Lucas Oil next week and cheers when you see the Steelers beat the Patriots. Don't be that person. That is not the person that you need to be. You need to be the person that understands Colts in the playoffs equals a lot more fun than Colts sitting out the playoffs watching. Can we all agree with that? I think it's in 2 weeks. Is that what he said? I think it might be in 2 weeks. Oh. The Patriots play the Patriots play the Steelers. It might be in 2 weeks. I don't care when it is. Don't be the guy. Yeah, it's next week. Don't be the guy that sits there and goes, hey, the Patriots lost to the Steelers. This is great. No, don't be that dummy in Lucas Oil. And if that dummy is sitting next to you, well, I guess the game will be after, so the game doesn't start till 4. And then they've got to go to the Saints, and then they got the Bengals, so they could end up with 7 losses. It's a fascinating time of year. So much more fun. So much more fun than, you know what I mean, than last year. Ooh, I don't like this. Colts in the playoffs, good. Think bigger picture, good. Refuse to tie Houston, bad. I ain't mad about it. The coach would have been seen as a fraud if he didn't go for it. And you can't have the coach be seen as a fraud. I'm sorry. Glad, mad, angry, or sad. I don't care. I will never doubt that. That was a great call because that's what you set up to do, peoples. You had to go for it. You could not go for the tie and have the respect of your team. Man, would I like to go? I can't go. Would I like to go? I might have to get rid of my Colts ticket so I can travel around the NFL now that I'm an empty nester. Hey, we're on YouTube. Go to youtube.com. The Bucs lost yesterday? Wait a second. Hold on. I thought the Tampa Bay won. They were winning. Wait a second. You're telling me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got beat? Yeah, they were up 14-3 at half. Ah, crap. All right, Tampa Bay stinks. They got no shot. Bring back Fitzmagic. How about that? Jeez. I'll tell you what. Hey, Dan, on what day of the week do we talk racing? We don't. I love when the Colts win. I love when IU win. I wish Purdue would have won, but Purdue, if I may just go a minute on that, Purdue got. I'm worried about Purdue. The more I watch Purdue, the more I don't like them. And you know me, I want to like Purdue. Contrary to morons, I like Purdue basketball a lot, and I like Purdue football. But you got to find somebody that can go get some buckets. My man got 40 the other day. 4-0 yesterday against Texas. Texas not any good. Purdue's now lost 3 of 4. Look, I guess you could say 68's enough to win, but I don't know that it is. The only other guy in double figures, Harms. Ryan Klein, 1 for 9 from 3. He leans back. That's good. He's going to have days like that. You know, all of a sudden he gets an article, and Wheeler, you know, everybody gets excited. Wheeler gets 5 points. You're going to have to find another guy. 40 out of 68. That ain't good, people. We'll continue the Colts conversation. I got to continue this playoff look because I am excited. I'm very excited. I'm also taking the Seahawks tonight because Doug Kazarian told me to. We'll be back.
Monday mornings have never been better on The Fan.
I love it. I love it.
Each Monday after the Colts game, join Colts legend Jeff Saturday as he takes you inside the Colts huddle.
Making a full all-in on the offensive line.
It's Saturday on Monday mornings from 7 to 10. Every Monday after a Colts game.
You're watching Andrew get better at it every week.
It's Jeff Saturday with Kevin Bowen and Jeff Rickard.
It's just fun to watch.
Only on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Hi, my name is Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. Let's get those credit cards paid off before the new year with a cash-out refinance at thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert, LLC.
For the first time ever, Diamonds Direct's putting all earrings on sale at 25% off. Yes, 25% off all earrings this weekend only. Make this the year you get her that incredible pair of diamond stud earrings she's always wanted and save an unprecedented 25%. Special financing available too. Save on diamond studs, diamond hoops, designer earrings, colored gemstone earrings. Best prices ever on the best selection ever. Friday through Sunday only, and only at Diamonds Direct.
Keystone at the Crossing.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's JMV. Right now, for every window you buy, you get the next one free. No limits and 0% financing for 36 months. And Colts tickets, a proud partner of the Colts. 317-547-2600. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
There are times in life when certain situations are unavoidable. As life passes, we get a little slower and a little more achy than the year before. All part of life. But when we lose the ability for intimacy with the one we love, it can feel much worse. Unfortunately, the lady we love typically feels like this situation is just because of her. As men, we know that's just not true. We want that spark back just as much as she does. The Indianapolis Men's Clinic physicians hear this from struggling couples every day. Fortunately, that struggle in your relationship from erectile dysfunction can be gone. One simple visit to the Indianapolis Men's Clinic with a same-day solution. The joy of your relationship will be back. And the best part of it is seeing that spark back in a happy relationship. Call 999-9000. It's simple, safe, and private. 999-9000. Clinic visit, evaluation, and testing is just $99. IndyMen'sClinic.com for more information. 999-9000.
Hey, it's Dan Doggett here for my friend Larry Howald of Howald Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Never forget the plumbing people. Larry did a survey of their customers. 95% are very satisfied with the service, and they would refer Howald to their family and their friends. I have no hesitation telling you cold weather's here to stay. You deserve to be comfy. Call Howald Heating, Air Conditioning now at 317-255-HEAT, 317-255-4328. I know if I'm uncomfortable, a Howald truck is on its way. You got to turn to the experts, where you will find a cachet of Carrier furnaces like you've never seen before. That means when I call Howald in the future for a new cooling system, I know their main focus is make sure I'm satisfied. I walk into a cold house, the Howald Group whips it up and has me warm and cozy in no time. HowaldHeatingandAir.com. Remember, Howald Heating and Air Conditioning, coming home never felt so good.
This is Chris Ambrose with B&W Plumbing and Heating. You can wait until the last minute to finish your Christmas shopping, but you shouldn't wait to have your furnace maintained. Maintenance on your furnace will improve efficiency, extend the life of your unit, and help identify small issues before they become major problems. Call now at 317-243-3581 to schedule your maintenance today. The B&W Plumbing and Heating family would like to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a happy and safe New Year.
B&W is your trusted local independent American Standard dealer.
Let's face it, credit cards are pretty much a necessity.
New tires for the car? Here's my card.
I take my daughter and her college friends out for sushi. Here's my card.
And most of us just accept the high interest rates credit cards charge as a necessary evil.
What are you going to do?
Here's what you can do. Get a low fixed-rate credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream and pay off those credit card balances. You can get a loan from $5,000 to $100,000, and you could get your money as soon as the day you apply. The average credit card company charges over 19% APR, but with Lightstream, you can get a fixed rate as low as 6.14% APR with AutoPay.
Now I can pay off my high-interest credit cards and save money with a much lower rate. Thanks, Lightstream.
Want an even lower interest rate? Apply today at lightstream.com/radio and get an additional interest rate discount. That's lightstream.com/radio for an additional discount. Lightstream.com/radio.
Subject to credit approval. Rate includes 0.5% auto pay discount. Terms and conditions apply and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/radio for more information.
How about a little cash for your pockets and bragging for your fantasy team? It's JMV's Larceny Bourbon Lux and JMV's Fantasy Lunazul Tequila Shot.
This is Indy Sports Center.
WFNI, WIBC, HD2,
W298BB, W228CX, Indianapolis.
The Pacers take on the Washington Wizards this evening at 6:30 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. Dan Dockett, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
El Jose Grande is going to join us here in a minute. Somebody will be offended. You can't say that. Shut up. I'm over political correctness. It's El Jose Grande. Big Joe joins us right now. How are you, Joe?
Muy bien, Dano.
I knew you would. I knew you were. You are always muy bien. Hey, Big Joe. Couple of things. Uno, what do you think of the Colts defense? And why do more importantly, why is each week so different from the next in the NFL?
Well, let's start with the defense first. There's a lot of reasons I like what they're doing right now. They're still one of just 4 teams, I believe, to not give up a 100-yard rusher, 100-yard rushing game. And if Matt Eberflus put up on the board, I want 5 sacks, 9 tackles for loss. Let's not give up more than a couple of plays of over 20 yards. And, oh, by the way, let's keep Hopkins to, under 40 yards and catches. I mean, those would be best-case scenarios. And I'll be damned if this team doesn't just go out there and do it. And they do it without star power. They do it without fanfare. They do it without, a bunch of, glamour and stuff like that. They just go out and they outwork people. And for Danico Autry to get 2 more sacks, he's got 8 now on the season. And I talked to him last week in the locker room about how he got the 3 that he got last week. And it really set up. He's just tenacious. He's not going to beat anybody right off. He doesn't have that real quick, great move that, some guys have that make it, like Aaron Donald, can beat you in several different ways. Freeney, his heyday, Bruce Smith, those guys. Now he just works hard, and he gets them off second and third moves, and he gets them off hustle. And that's what all these guys are doing. And the 9 tackles for loss, they were second in the league coming in with just about 6, just under 6 a game. They had 9. And that's the way you destroy a running game. And a running game that would just took people's lunch money the last 2 weeks. And the Colts shut them down and, just did a fabulous job. So they do the dirty work, and, it's just fun to watch them. Now, as far as why the NFL is different from week to week, injuries play such a big part in that. We mention this all the time that, I know it's only a 16-game season, but so much happens throughout a week that, it's not like back-to-back games in the NBA or playing 82. You never get too freaked out over a game or, a game or two because you just got those cycles you go through. But we way overreact to stuff in a week-to-week period because we do think, well, there's only 16 of them. But we always take our team into account. We forget that the other team's going through some of the same stuff. So how does Pittsburgh lose 3 in a row, and one of them, this last one by going out to Oakland, who couldn't care less and wants to tank so that they could get, they could be up there to move around for draft picks or to get veterans with those draft picks, whatever? I don't know. But how does Denver, maybe one of the hottest teams playing for a wild card, and the easiest schedule by far out of any of the teams, go and just lay an egg in San Francisco? And I think that's what we do. We get all tied up with, well, what did Denver do wrong? Well, you know what? What did San Francisco finally do right? Maybe that's more of it. That on any given Sunday, these teams could come out, they could play at a pretty high level, and the teams that do it consistently are the ones that are going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and what they did was they got the board of George Kittle, who had 210 receiving yards. But
who was he? Who was he? I didn't have him on my fantasy team, for heaven's sake.
Joe, I didn't know either, man. It's like, George, okay, all right. I figured, hey, he must be good. Then I'm like, I don't know if he's good or not, but I know he had a good night. Hey, get on, Jose. What are your thoughts? I know we give a lot of credit to the offensive line, but I got to give some credit to scheme as well. When you were in max protection of a quarterback, doesn't that frustrate the defensive line, like in quick release? Doesn't that put an element of frustration in a defensive lineman?
Oh, yeah. It's like you and me going to the bar. We realize that there's no way we're going to pick up that good-looking girl.
Speak for yourself, big
boy. It is so hard. And that's what we used to talk about this. Wolford was the biggest proponent of this, Will Wolford, because, playing left tackle, for the Buffalo Bills offense, where we only kept 5 guys in, and we never max protected anything. It was always, give Jim Kelly, 5 targets to throw to, and we figured we're going to beat you that way. Well, a lot of times we had to take 2 guys. In this max offense, and this is something we did with Peyton Manning when he first got in the league, was just to make sure the kid had a pocket, make sure the kid had time to go through his progressions, read and throw. 5 seconds, you ought to be able to find a guy open. And we had 2 sacks yesterday. One was when they brought 6 guys, and Andrew had 6 seconds to throw, and we didn't get one. And the other one was just getting beat by a hell of a move by J.J. Watt, which, Braden Smith, I'm going to tell you what, this kid may be the pick of the draft the way he's been playing. And I know he's gotten a lot of help. But once he clamps onto people, the way I've seen people beat J.J. Watt on the first move, but it's J.J. Watt's second, third, and his continual hustle gets him a lot of sacks, after that first move. And as soon as Braden Smith gets his clamps on you, man, you're done. So if you can just take 1 second to help secure that guy onto him, you do it. And it just makes all the sense in the world because Andrew's going to find plenty of guys open when you have another 8-9 receivers that he had to go to yesterday. He used them quite a bit, and somebody's got to be open at some point. So, Max protection is definitely a nice thing to have as an offensive lineman, but the quick release is what kills defensive linemen because it kills their will. You know, you can beat somebody clean and still not get to the quarterback, and it just frustrates the hell out of you.
You know, Joe, I always said, and I use Blair White as the guy, right? Like Peyton made receivers better. I think we can say that about Luck, no?
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? The people in Detroit that are all, giving Ebron so much flack for, 11 touchdown catches in 4 years and he's got 12 here. Well, it's awful tough to drop some of those balls that hit him right between the numbers. And Andrew, I used to make this comparison when Anthony Gonzalez was here. You know, he played with Troy Smith, who was a Heisman Trophy winner at Ohio State. And he came in here and he was catching balls from, I think for Peyton for Peyton. And I said, what's the difference? And he said, you got a picture window that Troy Smith will throw the ball through. You got one of those little triangular windows on an old-time car that Peyton will fit that ball into. And when it's going into a target like that small of a place all the time, the accuracy is so keen. And that's one of the things that Frankie Reich was talking about. He said, Andrew, I think they overplay arm strength a little bit too much. Guys like Chad Pennington had a hell of a career just because he was fairly accurate with the ball. He didn't have a strong arm, but Andrew's got a strong arm, but he can also get that ball into such a tight space. And where you get in trouble is when you get a little overconfident that I can do that. And that's where guys like Favre and sometimes Breeze will be gunslingers and maybe try and do too much. But Andrew's been real smart with it. He's been so accurate with 68%, I think.
Yep.
And in the second halves of both of these ball games against Houston, he completed 74% of the passes in that first ball game and 77% of his passes in the second half yesterday. And that's what you want. You want the guy when the money's on the line to be the baddest guy on the field. And Andrew Luck, both games against Houston was.
Uh-oh.
I'm all done.
Oh.
I'm talking about Andrew being a badass.
We lost you there for a quick second. I thought maybe you were chewing on your phone. Big Joe joins us, 4 Winds Lakeside in Ann Marina. Big Joe, last thing, and I will let you go. Joe, here's what I see. Tell me I'm insane. Some guys are big and strong. Some guys are strong. There's old man strength. There's country strength. There's all that kind of strength. Joe, when I see Darius Leonard, he tries to tackle you. He tries to strip you, but he never loses you. That dude is strong, like from his elbows to his tip of his fingers. He's got to be stupid strong the way he holds on to folks, Joe.
Yeah, he helps himself out a lot, and I'm telling you, Anthony Walker has gotten this too.
Woo!
By the way, do you know Darius has got the lead by 17 when it comes to tackles over the league and missed a game, and Anthony Walker now is in the top 15 in the NFL in tackles. That says something. When's the last time we had 2 linebackers that were tackling machines? And these guys, they're somewhat helped out by playing a lot of cover 2 and being in the zone. So you got the guys in front of you, and then you're running to a guy. You're not having to chase him, in man-to-man coverage. Although he did have a hell of a pass defend against Hopkins yesterday in the red zone, which again was, I think, a very similar coverage to the one that the Colts had after they lost that 4th and 4. That Hopkins ended up completing for 24 yards and got him into field goal position. He was one-on-one in that with way more space. But to your point, he always seems to be in the right spot, and when he gets there, he bodies people up. He just uses good fundamentals, and that's a lot of it. The one that I will always come back to because I've never seen anything like it was the strip that he had to end that ball game a couple of weeks ago. He had no intention. He bodied up. He was man-to-man like he was playing defense on basketball to a guy, but he was not wrapping. He was not putting a shoulder. He did not bury his head. He went and he swung with all of his might at the ball. He knew that his body would make the tackle, but he knew they'd win the game if he could get that ball out, and he did. And that was with reckless abandon. He's playing, but he also puts himself in a position to make the play. So he's not screwing his team over by doing something, trying to be superhuman or anything. He just has a knowledge or a feel for the game that's different than people. And he puts himself in the right position to make those plays. And and they've been coming through. So him and the way Walker's been playing, the fact that the two of them together have only missed one game this year shows how far this defense has come. And I think there's a trust there, too. Matt Eberflus is able to blitz a lot more because he trusts these guys. They're doing the right thing. They're in the right position. So they're able to open up that defensive playbook and gamble a little bit more. And I think that's what's really working. I'm so excited to watch defense, and it hasn't been that way for a long, long time around here.
I'm with you. I mean, last week disappointed and all that kind of stuff, but who cares, man? You know what I mean? Who cares? I mean,
It wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. You got to get in the damn end zone. And it was the same thing with that offense yesterday. For 6 drives, you shut out for 4 quarters, and then you got 6 drives that you still weren't scoring. And that can linger. That can fester after a while. And so to hit that 60-yarder to T.Y. Hilton was absolutely mammoth. And then to get the touchdown on the very next play, the way that Marlon Mack did, the little dance, the limbo, and everything else that he did was really great. And I think it just really kind of put everybody at ease that this offense is back to where it needs to be.
Appreciate you, Joe, my man. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
All right, that's Big Joe. Grady and Big Joe right before us. Joe's great, man. I'm with Joe. You know what? It's like when the defense comes on, and I know that bend but don't break. But it's not that really. It's not. It's not that. It's ferocious. As Freshface said, it's violent. I don't know. It is one of those deals where it's like, it's fun to watch this team play defense because there's blitzes coming, there's aggressiveness. And if you're not losing by 14 in Foxborough, it's fun to watch the celebration. I mean, it's just the way it is. I'm sorry. But people say, well, bend but don't break. I hate what this defense to me put on the gas, never took off the gas. And you know what? I like watching them. I absolutely like watching them. I got to talk about something, though. I got to talk about how horse bleep officiating is in the NFL. Like, hey, somebody call in here at 317-239-1070 or email me. What was Malik Hooker, supposed to do? Adams led with his shoulder. You know what I think? I think what they do is what they do in basketball sometimes. They have an emphasis. We're going to call it early in the game, and then we're going to let it go. I'm just telling you, the most amazing penalty that I have seen is Hooker on his knees in the end zone getting a targeting or a whatever the hell they want to call it. Honest to God. I'm slurping. Honest to God. It's one of those deals where you go, holy hell. This is a fun group to watch defensively, but they're going to start, like, you can't play defense. Like, Adams he's one of my favorite players. He got fined $26K last week for I thought, very clean hit on the quarterback, and he's going to get fined again. Then yesterday, I don't know how many of you flipped over and started watching Philadelphia and Dallas, but there was a touchdown late in the game that would have tied it up and ended up getting tied anyway, where these officials called offensive pass interference on the tight end Goddard. And it was arguably the worst call I've ever seen in my football watching life, which dates back to 1972. It was god-awful. And if anybody can explain to me why we must replay everything, why a simple hand to the helmet is a personal foul. Why can't we go with a little bit of intent? Why can't we have these guys who are highly paid be able to figure out whether or not that's an actual penalty or not? The only reason, people, you see these penalties called, and it's the same thing in college basketball, and I assume it's the same thing in college football, is because the head of officials mandates you do it, and the head of officials dictates assignments. You want to go to the playoffs? You better grade out well with the head of officials. You want to move on in the playoffs? You better grade well with the head of the officials. You want to make the NCAA tournament in college, or the BCS, or whatever the hell they call it in college? You better grade out. And what they say goes. So anybody not doing what they want done to the letter of the law, meaning if you're going to fail on the side of I called and blew the whistle. It is idiotic. It is run by a bunch of dopes that do dopey things. I could not believe what I saw yesterday early on those penalties on the Colts. I couldn't believe it. I am being literal here. I was stunned. Absolutely stunned. Yeah, it was. I'm with Dave LeBrash. It was fun watching the Colts D and watching the Bears D destroy the high-flying Rams. It was fun. I would much rather watch that than I would watch Big 12 football. I would much rather, Dave, watch the Bears play yesterday, watch the Colts defense stand up, than watch 58-56. Yeah, I know I'm wrong about that. And I'm not the guy that – I don't dislike offense. I just think that, there's a way the game is supposed to be played. Let's play the game. I mean, NFL officiating absolutely sucks. It is the worst. I mean, it is the worst. And you can say, NFL or NCAA officiating stinks, and that's fine, but these guys aren't full-time. These guys are teaching school, hopping in a plane and going to a game, or hopping in a car, flying from one place to another. These guys in the NFL, year-round employees. And they're trying like crazy to be, I guess they're trying like crazy to be transparent, but what the heck? Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. What do you got, Mike, on the hooker penalty?
Dan, I didn't see the Eagles play, so I can't speak on that. But the hooker penalty was the worst call I've seen this season. I mean
go ahead.
Hooker pretty much gave himself up. Like, he just laid on the ground to make contact with the guy and got a lowering the head penalty.
I don't know what you do. Like Adams, I don't get it. Like Adams, to me, Adams looked like you could tell he was trying to go to his side. And, man, it's amazing to me. It is literally amazing to me that they call these penalties. It's amazing. Does it take away from your watching of football?
I stopped watching for a few minutes after that play. I still watch the Colts every day, but I don't follow the NFL as close as I used to because being a defensive guy, they have about a probably 18-inch zone of where they can feel comfortable hitting somebody without getting a penalty. And it's insane.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thanks, Mike. The thing that I don't like is that every big play, I can't wait. Or I can't go, all right, because what are you doing? You're sitting there absolutely looking for a penalty. I am anyway. I'm looking around for a freaking penalty. I am. I'm sitting there staring at I don't know. To me, when I watch it, you want to see a good play. You want to go, all right. But you can't because you got to look. John, what do you got?
I got to tell you, Dan, it looked to me, sounded to me like you were doing the color commentating of the game because the guy last night or yesterday, he said, what changed for this team was when Frank Wright went for it on fourth down in the first meeting, and that's when he started building trust in his team. And the commentator said, you build trust in your team, you build trust in your quarterback, and that's why this whole season got turned around, was because of how much Frank Reich trusted the team to go for it on fourth down in the first go-round. And talking about penalties, I got to tell you, I don't even know why anybody returns any kick in the NFL, because if they don't waive the fair catch, there is a blocking in the back call every time. It's not worth it, because they might as well fair catch it, because at least 80% of the time they're going to go back 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and it's not worth it to go forward. They got to figure out something different to block differently or something, because
lost him. Hey, what do you got, Jason?
Hey, Dan. You are dead on. I cannot believe how much we agree in the last couple weeks about what you've been saying about, the officiating. I do the same thing. Even when I'm at a game, every time there's a big play, I'm like, gotta hold my breath.
Right.
If some guy threw a flag on that. And the celebrating, I mean, we are like on the same wavelength with that. I'm a season ticket holder for the Colts as well, and they called me to renew, and I'm like, you know what? I just can't I can't handle a lot of that baloney anymore. But the Colts are getting better. Their culture, I think we see a change in them, which is kind of cool. But the officiate, you are dead on. I can't, every time there's a big play, my kids are like, I'm like, just wait.
Right.
Wait a second.
Right.
I mean, it's lunacy. My dad blows my phone up and like, these officials are, it is so funny to listen to you today about that, because you're dead on. You're dead on, because there's a bunch of us out there.
We all do it. I'll be back. Thanks, Jason. I'll be back. I'll continue it. We all do it in the NFL, and it's crushing the NFL. I'm going to continue this conversation because I know you feel the way I do.
Let's get those credit cards paid off today with a cash-out refinance, and you'll even skip 2 full months of mortgage payments. The 5-minute loan approval at thehomeloanexpert.com.
When my hair's too long, I'm not on my game. But after a haircut at Great Clips, I'm a new man. My voice sounds like this when I barbecue raw meat. At the gym, my abdominals abdominate. I can do that Elvis thing with my lower lip. And allergies? They become allergic to me.
Get back to greatness. With Clip Notes, get the cut you want every time, anywhere. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
One of the great things in life is intimacy. It's a key part of how we express ourselves and share with the person we love. Physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy. As much as we want to share that intimacy, there are times it just doesn't seem to work out. 40% of the time in men over 40, it just doesn't work. Many couples go months and sometimes years without addressing erectile dysfunction or other sexual issues in what can easily be resolved with just one visit to the Indianapolis Men's Clinic. Our Indiana licensed providers use FDA-approved medications to get intimacy back into your relationship in just one visit. There is no need to wait any longer. We are here for you, both of you. Call 999-9000 to set up a private consultation. 999-9000. The clinic visit, evaluation, and testing of the medication is just $99. IndyMen'sClinic.com for more information. 999-9000.
Hey, does your company need stronger talent to grow your business? Without the best talent, it is very hard to win, just like basketball, just like football. Joe Huffine and Kingsley Rose are helping companies all over the country in multiple industries recruit top talent. Private equity firms, multi-billion-dollar firms, and small companies are hiring Joe Huffine and Kingsley Rose to build management teams, sales teams, operations, and IT teams. Need a CFO, sales leader, or CIO? Visit Kingsley-Rose.com, one of the only retained search firms in Indy. Kingsley-Rose.com. Dan Doggett here, folks. I've told you how I like my home comfy. That means if it's winter, I want it warm. Summer, I want to be cool. That's why I call Howald Heating and Air Conditioning. If I'm uncomfortable, a Howald truck is on its way. You gotta turn to the experts, where you will find a cachet of Carrier furnaces like you've never seen before. That means when I call Howald in the future for a new heating and cooling system, I know their main focus is to make sure I'm satisfied.
Hey, don't worry, Doc. I got your back.
Remember, at Howald Heating and Air, coming home never felt so good.
Hey, Dad. I wanted to remind you that the holidays are close. Real close. And Mom and I don't need wool socks again. At Hellsberg, you can get jewelry for Mom and get a free Nintendo Switch system for me. 2 gifts in one trip. I'm not saying you're a last-minute shopper, but I'm not saying that either.
Get gifts that get gifts at Hellsberg Diamonds, like a free Nintendo Switch system when you spend $1,199 or more. Hellsberg Diamonds, a Berkshire Hathaway company. Limited time offer while supplies last. See online or in-store for details. Game sold separately.
Hey, it's Dan Doggett here for Family Leisure. Now it's the perfect time to go to Family Leisure. They've got their end of the year Christmas sale going on. It is it is buy one, get one half off. Buy an arcade, get a game table half off. Buy a spa, get a pool table half off. Shuffleboard table, get a massage chair half off. Combinations are endless. Shop for someone on your list and get half off an item for yourself. Don't miss the buy one, get one half off sale, and it's going on right now at Family Leisure, located Penland Pike and Oakland Road at FamilyLeisure.com. From the Family Leisure team, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Hoosier fans, it's Indiana basketball time. IU Basketball Mini Series tickets are now available in 6-game or 3-game ticket packages, as well as individual games. This is your chance to check out the Hoosiers inside beautiful Simon Scott Assembly Hall. For more information, call or text 812-855-4006 or visit IUHoosiers.com. Go IU.
35 degrees, 10 degrees, 4 below. 3 reasons why you need a reliable furnace this winter. Hi, I'm Corey Kreitzberger, General Manager at 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 1 Hour today and we'll set you up with a reliable new furnace for about the same price per day as a fancy cup of coffee. Call us now at 855-1-HOUR.
Comfort is just a call away. Call 1 Hour.
Terms and conditions may apply. License 8001-0668.
How about a little cash for your pockets and bragging for your fantasy team? It's JMV's Larceny Bourbon Lux and JMV's Fantasy Lunazul Tequila Shot.
Kick off the month of May at Rev, presented by Fifth Third Bank as it returns to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Saturday, May 4th. Tickets on sale now. Get yours before they're gone at revindy.org.
The season is still early. The Pacers are finding their way in the East.
Ahead to Turner, he'll take it in.
And you can hear every play of every game on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Oladipo. Next up for the blue and gold,
the Washington Wizards come to Indy to take on the Pacers. Tonight at 6:30, Mark Boyle has the call.
3 ball.
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan, your home for Pacers basketball. Dan Dockich, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Second down and 11. Luck, 5-step drop. Has all day to throw. Fires into the at the 1-yard line. The ball is caught by Eric Ebron, and then he rolls across the goal line. Touchdown, Eric Ebron. 15-yard pass from Andrew Luck. Eric Ebron finds the end zone for the 12th time this season as a receiver, and the Colts have the first lead today. It's 13-7 with 2:57 to go in the opening half.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Woohoo! How about them Cowboys? Tickets are going for a high price. I got this guy. Now, here's what people don't understand. I got this guy named John Orlander. John Orlander is an IU guy. He went to Kelly. He's another one of these guys that puts Colossians in his thing. He puts, I must be, Orander. He puts Colossians, and then out of nowhere, just out of nowhere, this guy comes out. You know, we say Dan Dockett show next. No thanks. Like, all right, well, why do people decide? Why do they do that? Why must they do that? I don't get it. If you're going to be a religious guy and you don't like somebody, why would you even comment? I mean, dudes, I love calling out the religious fraud in today's. We're going to start a religious fraud of the day. Today is John Orander. We're going to give an award. It's unbelievable. Like, if I don't like you and I claim to be this religious, guy, I just wouldn't comment. I wouldn't out of the blue on Twitter just, why would you do that? I don't get it. I mean, I'm a bad guy, so I might do it. But you religious guys out there that, out of the blue, never met me, never nothing. It simply said Dan Dockett show starts next, and here he sends to all his followers, no thank you. Why? I don't get it. I don't get the world we live in, but that's just me. I don't get it. So John, Orander, Kelly School of Business, Corinthians, whatever, you are our religious fraud of the day. That's it. We're going to have one every week or every day. I think every Monday we'll have a religious fraud. Nominate your religious fraud of the week, but John is ours. So good for him. I don't get it. I really don't. The Raiders have fired general manager, this McKenzie guy, used to be a good player. Reggie McKenzie. He had no chance once Gruden came in there with $100 million. Reggie McKenzie was out. Back to the penalties. Look, the penalties are what they are. I'm sorry. They just are. The penalties are, well, how do I put this right? If you're watching an NFL game and you think that a play has happened, how many times do you wait? How many times now have you looked for? I mean, seriously, how many times have you, oh, okay, no penalty, good, the play will stand. Or how many times have you been like, oh, man, here we go. Honest to God, there is no way in hell. I need to get Mark Boltz on. I'm going to text Boltz and see if he wants to come on. There's no way in hell, no way that these referees want to call this many penalties. There is no way. Zero chance. No way. Like, you think that guy wants to get back up there and say, all right, holding? Like, no way. Can't. Absolutely can't. Do you have the congratulations, Kyle? If you could find it, it's Chuck Pagano's congratulations. It's we're going to call out the religious fraud of the day. I mean, jeez, these guys.
Congratulations.
Yeah, have that religious.
Really, really proud.
Yep. We're going to go with the RFOTD. We're going to do it every day. Don't be, I was put on this earth. I was talking to God the other day, and I was put on this earth. He told me, call out religious fraud. So today is John Orander, Kelly School of Business. No, he did. Seriously, we were talking. I talk to God all the time. And he's like, look, you're put on this earth. The message I got at Traders Point yesterday, from Aaron, it's unbelievable. It was like, call out these religious frauds. So I must. You just can't be sitting around your house. Hey, docket show next. Hey, I'm this religious guy that puts Corinthians on my thing. I'm Joe Orander. And, all right, I'm going to, I don't know. No, thank. Out of the blue, what are you doing? It's an easier life. Kelly grad, Sicca, Corinthians. It's an easier life not being a fraud. It's easier. Open up. Free your mind and the rest will follow. There you go. Yikes. A religious fraud of the day goes to John Orander for just disparaging me to his 700 followers out of the blue while having Corinthians on his avatar. Play it.
Congratulations.
John.
Really, really proud.
John, there you go. Oh, there he is. We'll be taking your nominees all weekend long. We might have religious fraud of the day merchandise available. Be religious. Don't be a fraud. And don't hide behind that whole, well, I'm not perfect, I'm just saved. No, you're not. You can't just say you're saved and be a jackass. No, you can't. I'm sorry. Can't do it. I'm saved, man. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, sure you are. Yeah, you just, whatever. I'm not saved. I just do good stuff. Patriots. By the way, Kansas is back to number 1 in the country. Indiana's going to be in the top 10. It's just a matter of when. These guys can all vote for all these teams. You can vote for Iowa. Indiana made it into the AP top 25. You can vote for all these teams. How Marquette is ahead of Indiana, I would simply say my backside. My backside. Indiana beat Marquette by 726. Indiana lost to Duke. No harm there. Indiana lost a tough one on the road at Arkansas. No harm there. But don't even begin to tell me that Marquette or Iowa are ahead of Indiana or Furman. Indiana beats Furman by 27. Calvin Sampson's cheating his you-know-what off. He's got him 8-0. Good for Calvin Sampson. God bless him. Good for him. There you go. Indiana's top 10 team. Indiana will be a top 10 team. Indiana will be. Dan, every single punt return in the NFL is a penalty, either hold, block in the back, gunner running out of bounds. Should be a prop bet. Boy, you are not lying. Hey, Dan, the solution for punt returns is simple. Why don't the receiving team not hold and not block in the back? Steve, now come on. You're making this too simple. I agree with Clay Travis. Do you guys know who Clay Travis is? Some of you like him, some of you don't. I go both ways, don't care. But I don't know if you saw this, but 14-year-old Kyler Murray's tweets didn't surface. They were dug up by, people, this is what we do, and every news media put him out there. He says this: every major media outlet that shared 14-year-old Kyler Murray's tweets should be ashamed of itself. If we wipe out juvenile criminal records on the grounds that kids are too young to be held accountable, why should we judge kids on their tweets? Man, do I agree with that. Because we cannot wait to bring people down. We cannot wait. We cannot wait for people to come down. We can't wait. And I don't understand it. He said the word queer. It is what I saw. Now, maybe there was more. Now, there's a show, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that as a kid, you see a show, you think it's all right. I'm just saying. I'm not excusing him. I'm also asking why is Kyle Schwarber not on the trade block for the Chicago Cubs? The dude is a 240 hitter. The dude is Matt Stairs. I've said it forever. Yes, I know he hit 412 in the World Series. Yes, I know he started a 10th run. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. But if you're going to talk about this beats. Yeah, this beats John Orander. Did you see the Nuns? The Nuns. How about the Nuns? Oh, man. Oh, my God. The Nuns took millions. Yes, they do win. The Nuns. Let me read this story to you. You won't. Oh, it does, Brian. This does beat Joe Orander. The Nuns stole $500,000 from their church, from their school in Torrance, California. California is the worst place in the world, right? Like, why? California is just a hellhole. Sister Mary Margaret Kruper and Sister Lana Chang used funds set aside for St. James Catholic School in order to use it for, among other things, flights to Vegas so they can gamble in casinos. Monsignor Mike Myers. Mike Myers? Sister Mary Margaret, she retired after 28 years as principal of the K-8 school, which serves students from Torrance and Redondo Beach. These guys had a scheme now. How about this? The Archdiocese and the church chose not to press criminal charges. They plan to address the situation internally through investigation, restitution, and sanctions. They expressed to them that they're sorry, so no charges were filed. Good for them. Let the nuns go. I like me some nuns. How about the nuns? That beats John Orander as the religious fraud of the week, of the day. Hey, ladies, I got 5 large. Let's go. I got 500 large. Let's go to the casino. $500,000 the nuns collected up, scooped up and went to the casino. Now, if I were a nun, I'd say, look, here's the deal. Yeah, we took the 500. Yes, it wasn't earmarked. We're certainly guilty at that. But what happened was we were trying to make more money. We were trying to put our investment to work so that we could double it. We studied craps or blackjack or whatever lie you want to go, right? And what had happened was we, we decided, I would say a lot of you knows and likes. Oh, man, Dan, do we just give Al Sharpton a lifetime achievement religious fraud and name it after him like the Lombardi? Yes. Yes, from now on, it is the Reverend. Yes. It is. It's the Dan Dockett Show, Reverend Al Sharpton. Oh, no, it's the Reverend Al Sharpton Religious Fraud Award presented by the Dan Dockett Show.
Congratulations. Really, really proud.
Because any real award has to be presented, right? It can't just be it has to be presented by the Dan Dockett Show. Oh, my God. Al Sharpton. Oh, what a beauty. Lie about everything. Don't pay your taxes and let's go. Oh, man. And everybody's too afraid. It's unbelievable. Yes, I am thin-skinned. I used Hella yesterday. I used Hella a lot. Hey, Dan, the Archangel Michael told us to bet it all on red. That's what I would do. That's what I would do if I was a nun. I'd be like, hey, look, sorry, man. Really, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We were trying to double our money. Wait, look, it's the American way. We got an investment. Let's go. We'll be back. 317-239-1070 is the number. Dan at 1070 The Fan. The Al Sharpton Religious Fraud Award presented by who presented the Heisman? Somebody presented the Heisman. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. Get the cash you need and pay off your credit cards once and for all at thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert, LLC.
Look at that guy. Who is he? Don't know. Would like to.
When you've got Hims, you've got confidence. No more worries about your performance because Hims helps you connect with doctors online and makes it easy to get a prescription for a medication that treats ED. The same active ingredient as that little blue pill.
I don't know. There's something about him.
Hims can ship your prescription right to your door at affordable prices. And right now, when you go to 4hims.com/deals, you can get a consult with a real doctor who can prescribe you a month's supply for just $5. With Hims, you can have access to the treatment you need and all the confidence in the world.
Is this seat taken?
Take it.
Stop worrying about ED. And now get a month's supply for just $5 through Hims. To learn more about getting your first order for $5, go to 4hims.com/deals. That's 4hims.com/deals. 4hims.com/DEALS.
That's getting ready to be a little menage a trois right there. That ain't. All right, what better gift to give yourself this holiday season than the gift of vision? Dan Doggett here. I've been telling you about my life-changing LASIK experience with 2020 Institute. Safe, painless, and it worked. 2020 Institute is a local company with a highly experienced local surgeon, Dr. Zach. Get in for your complimentary consultation. Have your procedure before December 31st. $700 off. Damn. And a $100 Visa gift card. Book now at 2020indy.com. It's 2020indy.com.
This is Beth Rovazini with B&W Plumbing and Heating. On behalf of our staff and our families, we want to wish everyone a warm holiday greeting. And if your house is not warm and toasty, our professionals in the Big Black Trucks can make you warm and cozy in no time. Find us online at BigBlackTrucks.com. That's BigBlackTrucks.com. You can schedule online at BigBlackTrucks.com. And to all, a happy and successful 2019.
B&W has been taking care of Central Indiana families since 1961. B&W is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Honestly, I love Geico.
Jerry from Indy loves Geico's promote from within philosophy. She left hospitality to take a job at Geico Emergency Roadside Service Dispatcher. And now Jerry has a successful career she never expected as a customer service representative.
They pushed me to be better at my job, and since you do have more of an opportunity at Geico and moving up and when making more money, if that's what you want to do, the sky's the limit, really.
Apply online at geico.jobs/Indy. Geico. Careers unexpected.
Hey, Dan Doggett here for Leon Taylor & Company. Now is the time to come in for holiday apparel, as well as the perfect time to purchase gift certificates from the Leon Taylor & Company at 809 North Delaware Street and the corner of St. Clair. Look, I have secured the best suits I've ever worn in my life. That is the truth, and it's from the Leon Taylor & Company. With the help of Larry, Kim, Norman, and Judy, beginning to end, the service provided by the team at Leon's is what this small business is all about. They are there to serve you. For those men and women who are harder to fit, Leon's has a way of making you feel special with a guaranteed fit, making shopping so less stressful, plus free parking with in and out service. Don't drive by 809 North Delaware at the corner of St. Clair without stopping in to the biggest secret in town. They've been in business for over 100 years. For the men and for the ladies, now is the time to purchase your gift certificates as well from the Leon Taylor & Company. The Leon Taylor & Company. Tell them Dan sent you.
Get ready for it. This is huge. Announcing the first ever epic earring sale at Diamonds Direct. No kidding, because you get a never-before offer 25% off all earrings in our cases. Diamond studs, 25% off. Diamond hoops, 25% off. Designer earrings, colored gemstones, are all yours for 25% off, only at Diamonds Direct, and only Friday through Sunday. Special financing too. It's one epic earring sale at Diamonds Direct.
Keystone at the Crossing. So, you're a small business owner, but from where you sit, there's nothing small about it. What you provide could be provided by others, and if they're bigger, they have more capital and more employees. But what you have is the ability to adapt even at a moment's notice. Teltec, Indy's local phone service provider, has that same ability. You see, they can give you the service you need as you need it, whether you're a business of 100 or just one.
This is Troy Brassell. If you're mobile, then Teltec can set up your cell so your caller ID shows the number of your business, keeping your personal cell phone number personal.
Some restrictions do apply, and unlike large impersonal phone service providers who can only provide their product, Teltec has the ability to choose from all carriers. Teltec can give you the ability to flip on service from another provider, and the business of you doing business keeps going. Call right here in Indy at 317-390-8585. Teltec, matching local business with the service they need to compete with the larger companies at a smaller price.
If you love football, yelling at television screens with friends, and wearing clothing with someone else's name on it, there's a seat waiting for you at Buffalo Wild Wings, where you can enjoy football food and football beverages on our new $5 game day menu. Cheeseburger and fries, brats, cocktails, and pitchers of beer are just $5 each. Escape to football and the new $5 game day menu at Buffalo Wild Wings. Price and participation vary by location. Not valid with any other offer. Please drink responsibly.
DriveHublerChevy.com is the place to go. When you go to Hubler Chevrolet, you're going to see the largest selection of Chevys in stock in the entire state of Indiana. DriveHublerChevy.com.
KFC's $20 fill-up feeds a family of 4. Let the Colonel do the cooking and pick one up today at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Soccer Saturday featuring Indy 11. If this is your football, this is your show. Saturday at 9 on The Fan. Dan Dockich, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
I gotta tell you, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna give a food review because I went to Mitchell's Fish Market up in Clay Terrace. I don't know. I mean, it's all right. Like the glass, I had a Heineken. Glass was a little dirty on the outside. I don't know. It was all right. Sea bass was really good. Lobster bit. We went big, Lee and I. We hadn't been out to dinner with each other. We dressed up, and it's kind of a cross between a little higher end. I don't know. Better than Red Lobster. I don't know. In terms of dress. We thought it was a dress-up place at Mitchell's. We go in there, and it's like, all right. Took a long time to get a job. I don't know. I hate to rip on some place, but I do want to every time we go out somewhere give you a recommendation, and I'm not 100% sure I can recommend Mitchell's. Am I wrong about that? Was that a one-time thing? Like, I like what I like, and I only try to be positive because it's somebody's business, but you got to do better. I mean, if anybody's listening, they work at Mitchell's or they own, I don't know if it's a chain, what it is, but you do better, and I'll come back. Seriously, but man, wasn't even that crowded and just took forever, and I don't know. Food was just all right. I mean, the scallops were dry. I mean, you sound like a whiner, right? I mean, but you're supposed to be a food critic. I guess you are a whiner. I don't know. But it was just okay, and I was disappointed because we're like, hey, let's go out somewhere we've never been. Let's go somewhere good. You know, got home from the Cincinnati game, and Lee got in a hot dress. That was the one thing. First time we've ever been the best dressed people. And so, but is Mitchell's really good? Did I just miss something? Because it was average at best. At best. Anyway, yeah, people aren't digging it. I thought it was fancy. I thought it was good. I'm looking forward to it. I think I got to go to one place doesn't have a freezer here, but they have seafood every day. I was looking up. I read Indianapolis Monthly. I love it. I need a place to go in Indy. And don't tell me the old standby places. Great day today. So much fun. Rest in peace, my friend Eric Anderson. Rest in peace, Matt English. Hope everybody has a great rest of their day. John is next.
Think you know Colts football? But do you really know what's happening? It's not just football season. It's Venturi season.
This is Rick Venturi. I'll be breaking down the Colts play all season.